good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you will join this live stream. Welcome, guys. I hope my connection will stay on. Welcome, everybody. So, I have a topic today, and I hope this topic will help you understand um, a little bit more about mysterious women's nature, and um, just will be another window into women's soul and struggles. And um, I hope that something positive will happen and maybe people will understand each other better because that's what this channel is about. Before I start, I need to fix my. Just a second, guys. Oh, I don't like doing this, but yes. Oh, it's better. So, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, today we're going to talk about why masculine women are rarely celebrated and often overlooked. And let's talk a little bit about what what masculine women are, and are they that bad, and what types of these ladies are truly struggling, and what types are doing really well but could be doing a lot better. And why is that one woman can be celebrated and appreciated and cherished, and another who is working just as hard or harder and maybe doing more and have so much on her plate, and she seemed to never get any appreciation, any adoration, any love. I hope you guys can hear me well. I'm a little bit concerned because we have super high winds here in Michigan. It's unusually early spring for us. Therefore, connection may be a little bit spotty. Oh, hello, Brianna. Welcome. It's so nice to have you today because we're going to be talking about masculine women, types of masculine women. Once again, why nobody celebrates these hardworking women? Why these ladies are often overlooked and never truly appreciated? Is there something that we could change? Is there something that we could make better? I have some experience. I can relate to a certain degree to the conversation we have today. And everybody is welcome to contribute. I would encourage you guys to stay on the topic if possible. That would be really nice. Um, well, that's a good question, Brianna. Masculine women or strong women? Well, being masculine is part of being strong. So, we just had our beautiful holiday. We just had our 8th of March. My house smells like a beautiful garden, and it feels like spring outside. So, let's have some tea for that. So, I know in American culture, we also going to talk about cultural differences. So, in American culture, um, people are a little bit more not, I would not say assertive, but people are a little bit more they're waiting for a special occasion to give flowers, to give appreciation. Not all and not always, but it seems to me that it's more of a special occasion when the ladies would get flowers. So since we just recently had International Women's Day, you guys know that in Russia, Ukraine, and other post-USSR countries, um, it's a big holiday, and it's basically very similar to American Mother's Day, and it's very similar. It's very much celebrated. It's not. It evolved actually from kind of a feministic holiday to a feminine holiday. So it's a celebration of women, of beauty, of everything beautiful that comes with women, inspiration, spring, beauty, joy, laughter, femininity, all these things that make you feel alive, all these things that we are living for. So that's what this holiday is. And sometimes I think about those ladies that never get any appreciation for maybe once a year, maybe even not. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The reason why I would like to bring this up, because a lot of people blame this on men, but I'm going to be a little bit of a man's advocate on this one, because really there is always two parts, there is always two sides, right? It's not just somebody's fault, or it's connection. Things are connecting together. So it must be very hard for a man to celebrate a very masculine woman. Let's talk about this. I would say in the United States, I've noticed this very strange thing when women are praising themselves on being strong and not needing a man, and basically celebrating that they can do everything better, they can do everything and more, and pushing themselves to the max to prove it, sometimes even supporting the family and supporting, maybe I should put it a little further. Okay, like this. Sometimes even, supporting the family, supporting their man, doing things that really exhaust them. The truth is that we were not meant to work like men, and that is the reason why so many women became so masculine. Let's start from the appearance. You're not going to see a lot of women who are working every single day. You're not going to see them put too much effort in their appearance. A lot of women appear very masculine in their outside look. I mean, in their appearance, the way they show up. And I do understand, if you are in the corporate world, you may not be, you may not wear particular jewelry or red lipstick. I mean, I do understand that some companies have code, but that's not what I mean. I mean that women kind of dropped the beauty routines, taking care of their body, taking care of their sleep, taking care of their mental health. Women drop these things when they starting to work and overwork, because no matter what these researchers and feminists are saying, as women, we were not meant to work like a bull. We were not meant to work as a horse. We are not built like a man, and we were not supposed to work like men. We are completely different creation with a different purpose. So I do not blame women who are I don't blame anybody. We're just having a conversation. I feel that women that feel the pressure that they need to, that their husband, boyfriend, I don't know, whoever they are with, counting on them to pay half of the bills, pay half of the, I don't know, half of the mortgage, half of this and that. They're not necessarily thriving in their femininity and thinking about what color of nails they're going to wear, and what kind of hairs they're gonna have that day. Their focus is completely off, and slowly you drop your beauty routine completely, and you feel that, oh, I believe that's what is masculine women mindset is. I make enough of money. Uh, I work hard. You need to respect me. I may be making even more than you. I work more than you, so you better respect me. And I'm not here to try to be cute. Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna switch off my phone, because it's not going to be cute if my phone going to be on. So so I'm here. That's how I read their message. I don't care if I look like a man, if I energetically I appear like a man, but I am not here to be in my receiving role. I am killing myself at work. Even see I don't even have time to relax. So the beauty routine and all the self-care things, they become more like a chore, especially in American culture. Now when we talk about Russian Ukrainian women, somehow the importance of aesthetics was so much embedded into our minds. We still have a lot of women that work a lot and have children and doing all these things, but they still have their crown on their head. This headband today represents a crown, and they still doing all of these things. um but it's because of these. I don't know, Tanya, привет, I know you're here. Tanya, what do you say? Do you agree that maybe one of the reasons that as Slavic women we did not drop our beauty routines is because it was just embedded in our head as a little girls, that you are a girl, you should always take care of yourself, you should not, it's almost disrespectful to leave the house or walk around the house when you are not presentable. No matter how hard you work, you always looking good, you always uh you are not going to be mixed with a man, you know. So you always underline or accentuate your femininity, and um that's just how you, that's just your role, that's how it should be. And I think as little girls it just was so I don't know, I just felt it was so such a part of the culture. And most Russian, Ukrainian Slavic women, they do not drop their beauty routines and their appearance, taking care of the appearance, and being flirty and playful and change their looks when they come to the United States. Some do because it's extremely um tempting, because people literally roll out of the bed, especially if you live somewhere in the Midwest. People just roll out of the bed and head into work. And so, but this is, we are talking only about appearance. uh, Even a woman with a very feminine appearance that takes care of herself, that has a beautiful face and beautiful body, and she takes care of it. But even these women sometimes appear as extremely masculine because they downgrade men that they are around, whether it's men at their work, whether it's their men that they are in a relationship with. So that is, I think, one of the major problems. I would not entirely blame men for not taking better care of their women, for not surprising them with for not spoiling them, for not doing, for not being inspired, for doing special things for them, special treats and things like that. And not just in terms of gifts, but in terms of adoration and appreciation. It's very hard, and I want to hear from you guys, from men in the chat as well. Do you find it hard to adore or compliment a woman that is seen to be very dominating in her energy? The way she shows up, you can tell her nothing, she knows better. And she would often do things that, and say things that would be very emasculating for the men around her. And she is in a state of competition, she is in a consistent state of competition. And I think it's if I put myself in a state of a man who is trying to, who is opening his heart, and who wants to cherish a lady, and she, with her behavior, sometimes not even words, but she shows him that, oh, I don't need that, no, do not open the door for me, I can do it myself. Oh, do not look at me like that. Are you objectifying me? Oh, no, no, no. So basically, I feel that their heart is locked. Their femininity is locked. Their womanliness, if there's such word, is locked. And they were raised in such an environment that they would see women, their mothers would teach that if you're feminine, if you're flirtatious, if you're girly, you are somehow weak. I didn't really grow up in that generation, but um, I had made that observation that somehow if you are if you have reciprocity, if you take certain things with gratitude, if you are very warm, if you being flirtatious and playful, and you allow people, especially men, to do things for you, that somehow in certain communities that is taken as a weakness, that you are weak, oh, you can do that yourself. And I want to answer these questions once and forever. Most feminine women can do everything themselves, but they choose not to. Once again, most feminine women can do everything themselves, but they choose not to. It's not like we cannot go out and cannot get ourselves a treat or a piece of cake or something like that, but we let our men to be men. And I think that is a very powerful trait. If you evolve as a woman, if you have more and more opportunities and you grow financially, is to remember to switch your energy, your appearance, the way you show up emotionally and mentally when you are around the right man, to the little girl, to the woman that is still playful. I don't care if you're a CEO or you have big business or your career is going well. And I am not discouraging, I'm not discouraging women to uh, execute their talents. I'm very glad that we are living in a world where you can be anybody you want. So I think it's very sad that we are living in a world where we can truly be anything, but we are living in a constant push for everybody. You have to be better, you have to achieve more, you have to run, you have to get more stuff. Women, you don't think about having family and children, go get career. Don't hope for men. Don't ever count on a man. All this extremely um just foolish ideas, foolish, foolish, and foolish. I'm gonna say why, but you know what, today we're not gonna be just talking about appearance. We're gonna be talking about a lot of different aspects. Appearance is just one of them. Some ladies do not have to do hair or makeup or nails, and they have extreme feminine aura around them. They have extreme tenderness and gentleness in between females. When you have a friend like that, it just so you crave that female friendship and connection, because it's just purely divine and positive and inspiring. And of course men have a special appreciation for that, but I do not see currently much encouragement for women to be uh, feminine. I see a lot of encouragement for women to be competitive and competing in the men's world with men's methods. So I see a lot of encouragement to abandon of being feminine and live in this world with men's rules and working like a man and appearing like a man. And what happens then? You will have women like um that that completely lose that connection with themselves. Women, I want to name, I don't really want to name some politicians, but I just can't think of anybody. Let me think. Well, I'm sure you can. Okay, we all know examples of women that not really women anymore. They completely abandon their feminine nature. So how do you, as a man, how do you celebrate somebody that treats you like a servant? How do you celebrate somebody who do not respect you? How do you celebrate somebody who have no appreciation for you, and who is bossing you around, who is disrespecting you, who do not look up to you as an um, somebody who is wise and like an authority in a way? How do you, if the woman is your boss, if she is um disrespecting you and she allow herself disrespect you, you can never celebrate her, and she can never love you. Women cannot love a man they do not respect. But on the other hand, I'm gonna tell you guys something else. On the other hand, these women um often are very, very unhappy behind the closed doors, because not all, some lose their feminine part, their feminine essence completely, but a lot of feministic women, a lot of women who are extremely masculine inside and out, they do feel lost, and they do feel that they are this way only because men are bad, or men are not capable of appreciating them. But it's a vicious circle, basically. Long story short, it's a vicious circle, because men feel that they cannot be the man with this woman because she always puts them down, and the women feel like they feel that, wow, this guy is weak and I'm stronger than him, so I look down on him. So it's just this vicious circle. But the truth is, a lot of truly hard working women do not know how to be feminine. They do not know how to appear and create the desire of in a man to provide and protect them. A lot of women, they're kind of in the middle. I'm gonna read your comments, guys, in a second. So a lot of ladies, they are kind of in the middle. They are going from, maybe they had a bad experience and they kind of got into their masculine mode, and start taking care of this and that, and kind of lost touch with their feminine. But they do want to be appreciated, they do want to be loved, but they just don't know how. They don't know that they don't have to carry all the stones on their shoulders. They don't know that if they would change their behavior and their appearance too, ladies. It's hard to provide for a woman that looks like a man. I'm sorry. It's very hard. I don't know. It's just, men are visual creatures. There is nothing you can do. But not less important, the way they show up, in a very, their demeanor, and very demanding, very masculine. And they feel, when the man is trying, when he's trying to, he's trying to do something for you, you would either criticize him or make fun of him, or would tell, oh, no, 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 I'm gonna do this myself. And this is very hard. And actually, I'm gonna say the problem with us Russian and Slavic women almost every single one of us made that mistake as well, because when we love a man, we feel like we want to serve him. When he comes home, we want to make him feel like home. And in the first attempts, he also wants to help. He doesn't want to see us doing all the cooking, all the chores and things like that. But we say, oh, no, 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 darling, wait, sit down, I'll do that. And then you don't get any help, and then you forget you ever was helped, and then it's this vicious circle again. So I feel that solution is very simple. We have to go back to our roots and go for natural dynamics and create them, even if it's just an emotional uh, if it's an emotional state. Because I can't imagine how a man who is very caring, how he can spoil a woman if she's dominating. If she makes fun of him, if she's emasculating him, I don't know how he can even have a desire to spoil her. And then the woman that, okay, this is so Russian too, and Ukrainian. The woman would be like a working horse. So she's taking care of the kids, she's going to work, she makes sure the house is clean, she makes sure of everybody except for herself. So she basically disappears. When it's she's not on a gift list, she is not on I want to have 1 hour for myself list. She is serving everybody, but she does not exist. She, like instant tea or instant coffee, you put it in the water and it's instant. So this is the mistake that most Russian and Ukrainian women do. They are so overly feminine, yet they're very strong and masculine. So they give their all to their husband and children, but then in the end, they realize that they've never tried much for themselves, never had much experiences for themselves, and they really spoil their husband and children to the point where everybody is comfortable with them carrying very heavy loads, physical, emotional, in terms of errands and things to do. And they are like a camel, they become a camel or a working horse. So when you become a working horse, I have a question. What kind of man will send, or will give beautiful flowers to a working horse that has working horse energetic field around her, that is exhausted every single day? What kind of man is thinking there and he is fantasizing about a woman that is a working horse, that is running and carrying these heavy things on her? I mean, tell me about man like that who is sitting there and fantasizing about the woman that works so hard. How many men will go and buy beautiful diamonds, some jewelry, some beautiful special things for the woman that is do not even recognize herself? So before we blame any party, any side of this, it's just the change is in you. The change is always in you. Gosh, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see. And I'm gonna read your comments, guys. I don't want this to be a monologue. I want this to be an exchange. Thank you for the super chat, Bill. Veronica, I agree. It's time we return as associated to what it is organic. Men be men, women be women. Yeah, that's a good thought. But the way things are going, I don't think that is something that is currently happening. And that's why I think that we need to create that environment around us. You can create this in your own life and slowly enjoy it. If you were not raised like this, you have to teach yourself. If you were raised like this, you can connect with people who are like that. In one of my videos, guys, I was sharing about the situation where I just mentioned, when you are healed, you can, when you are healed, when you recovered from your trauma, you can create a completely different circumstance around you. You can be associated with completely different people because you do the inner work. I really meant it. Some people were saying, oh, you say this, fluffy esoteric things. These are not esoteric things. If you meet the most masculine provider man, but you treat him like he is Mr. Nobody and you know everything better, he will turn around. You know how the GPS says, make a U-turn when possible. He would make a U-turn when possible because he had an intention to provide for you and take care of you, but you deny everything, you do not want anything, and he doesn't have a place. So if you do the work, the environment, the people you're going to meet, um going to be of a different quality and of different beliefs. Even on this channel, I had made friends over the years, and I met people, and in some ways we all reflect each other. We have some similar things that we enjoy. We have some similar things that we have in common, because very few people would force themselves to watch somebody that they do not enjoy, right? So, whatever you watch, whatever you do, when you do the inner work, you become an image. It's like getting a degree. You want to become somebody, you get a degree, or you go through training, or if you open a business, you try, and then you find it. So yes, when you change yourself, the people around you change. You become part of completely different circle of people. And in this world, we have internet, so as well as physical world, right? So you can meet people in all kinds of way. But if you appear with your wounds, and a lot of women really want, deep down, they do want to have a man to take care of them, but they deny it, and they just repeat learned phrases what their mothers told them. That's why I have a really hard time to be around women in their, you know older women, I would say my mother's age, starting, I would say, like 50s and 60s, um and older, because in our country, in Russia and Ukraine, because a lot of them were traumatized. They realized they lived their life, they did everything, they follow they jump through all of the hoops, but some of them were never loved, adored, or appreciated. It was expected that they jump through the hoops, and they come to the end of their life, or toward the end, and they realize they've never felt like a woman. They always felt like a working horse. And so these women have very negative beliefs around men. And even in my own family, I do not want to be part of these conversations, because I love where I am right now, and I want um that to continue. I do understand that everything exists, but I do not want to um look at it from the negative perspective. No woman who feels negative about men will ever be with a man that is happily provides for her, that is would be working so hard just to make sure that she's okay. So that's why, for you guys as well, when you are around men that had bad experiences, you have to be very careful, because whoever you're with, it rubs off on you, right? It does. It really does. So it's I understand that it's hard to celebrate a masculine women that do not respect you. So let me read some of your comments, guys. Thank you for being here, and welcome who just joined. Welcome, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, shall I say? Yes, Brianna B. Don't even tell me about Meghan Markle. That's we should have a hot discussion. I did not have that much energy today to talk about Meghan Markle. I am in shock. I am in pain for that poor guy. It's very sad, and I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and he said, "Man, this poor guy gonna wake up one morning and realize that what have I done to my life?" I am very, you see, some masculine women have a feminine appearance, so that's why I'm saying I was mentioning that you can have a perfectly feminine appearance and be a gorgeous woman, but if you have that extreme masculine dominating style, um, that's your characteristics. Man is really becoming a prey, you know, just like Prince Harry. Or is he a prince anymore? I don't know. But you truly becoming a prey to the woman like that. So of course, she's on a high level of, she mastered something. And DJ, for me, this is nothing personal. I'm not necessarily a fan or an anti-fan for her, but as a woman, let's just be real, ladies on this chat. As a woman, you know exactly what happened. You know that that girl had a plan. If she would not want to be part of royalty, she would not be hunting for him. The she reminds me of this phrase that the man is hunting. um okay, wait, the man is hunting for a woman before she catches him. Let's say this again. The In this case, he was hunting for her before she caught him. This topic is not about somebody who is a fan or who is not a fan. uh I know that this lady got this guy before he even before he even realized. But let's have a video about, maybe we should have at least one trendy video once in a while and talk about current events. But this one, um this one is actually an incredible example of masculine in a feminine package. And I just want to say this one thing: the woman that truly loves a man will never take him away from his family, and she will never talk disrespectfully about the family that accepted her. Yes, I know what you guys is thinking, that some of you think, oh, she was sharing how they would not accept her, and that there is a problem in there is all of this. But I have a question: if they hated her so much, why did they throw this gorgeous wedding and let her be the part of the family? If they hated her so much, why they give her access to everything? um she, in this situation, she's the leader and she is the hunter, and he is the prey. Tea, anybody? And even if what she is saying is true, even if what she was saying was true, if she would not want to put shade on the family, she would not spit a fact, put whole bunch of dirt on them, but then do not reveal the resource. I'm gonna say this again. So if that was true, that she was not accepted and mistreated, if she would respect her husband and his family, she would not put on the show and would not make this reveal. If you know, in Russian, in Ukraine, we say this phrase: if you say A, say B. Meaning, if you say the A, say the B. If you claiming then that somebody had hurt you, you need to say who. You need to say the full picture. You don't just throw a bunch of dirt and say, oh, I'm not gonna say anything, because you already said something. You already throw a shade and you already said something, and you already made an extreme you already just turn everything upside down with those words. So if you are not ready to back up your words with evidence, and you're trying to show that you're kind and loyal, but you threw the dirt, it's in between. You either not say anything ever and be respectful, or if something would actually have happened, you reveal it and you say who, when, and how. You cannot be in between, because that is the purest form of manipulation. And once again, I feel for the prince. I don't know how this not gonna end well, and I feel very bad for him, because he will lose everything he ever had. And she pretended to be extremely vulnerable. Ladies, this is a bad example, but since we're talking about Meghan Markle for a little bit, this is a bad example. I'm not inspired by women like that. But she is an epitome of a masculine, strategic, manipulative woman, but she is covered in vulnerability. She is covered in they hurt me. I can't believe they are doing this to me. They are doing the same they've done to your mother. Protect me, please. Protect me. They did everything so I am comfortable here. They officially accepted me. They opened their doors, and now I want to take you away from all of it. But they are attacking me because of my, well, let's not to talk about this. It's too painful. Yeah. Only you can help me, Harry. Ladies, this is what softness and vulnerability could do. Hey, Daniel, thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you. I was not preparing. I really, I really wanted to make a separate topic talking about, and I just want to tell you, I personally do not hate nobody, but I am a woman, and I can see stuff. Ours, thank you, Daniel. Welcome. And thank you for another super chat. Sean Connor says bravo, bravo. Thank you. Thank you. I was worried at first. I get it though. Yeah. No, no. And guys, I as I'm saying, I am in me, I don't necessarily have contempt or hatred towards somebody I don't know. Not at all, but I can just see I'm a woman. I know how these things work. um and I also know when you trying to this situation. Do you guys remember case of Jussie Smollett and all the mess he created was a fake hate crime? This pretty much reminds me, but in terms of like he was crying and saying, oh, these people attacked me, and then it was all a sham, and it's just the same type of energy. If she was not okay with restrictions, if she was not okay with being in the kingdom, why in the world, she hunted for that man? Why in the world she seduced him, and she put him if you the reason is she didn't feel like living the rest of her life following the rules. That is the real reason. And another thing, she wants to have full control over this man, and the only way you can have full control over the man, you separate him from his family. And it's just really awful because the legacy, the everything from the royal family probably going to be taken away. Yes, if you crave privacy, why do you give an interview? Exactly, guys. That is so true. I knew this would come out in this chat. I'm a little bit I wasn't really preparing for it, but this is a great topic. You can't help it. And thank you for the super chat so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. All men have a choice, all women have a plan. Exactly, man. She had a plan. She had a plan. Not, I would say not. Okay, guys, just a second. Excuse me. I want to get this up a little bit. Not all women have a plan, okay? Not all women in the world, but she, my friends, had a plan. And her plan worked, and I had not watched the whole big interview. I just watched like 10 minutes, and it was as fake as it could be. Yeah. I always feel sorry, I tend to feel sorry for billionaires and royalty. Yeah, I tend to really get into my feelings about it. I think they are really underprivileged. Even if they can make a couple billions on their underprivileged status, they're still underprivileged. Wiping my tears. Oh my god, it's becoming absolutely insane. Okay, slow down. I watched do you guys I watched Conservative Twins. They also call themselves Hutch Twins or Conservative Twins, and I was literally on the floor. I was on the floor from their commentary on the situation. So I'm guys, you're so silly. I would tell you this. No, you know what? No, I'm not gonna tell you anything. We will talk. We'll have maybe we'll have Friday or Saturday. One of these days, we'll have a Meghan Markle talk, because there is a lot to be learned. You can learn from darkness, and you can learn from how to not become the prey. You know how to see, how to see the wolf in a sheep's skin, how to see the masculine woman in a feminine body, inspired by Meghan Markle. That would be amazing. That would be a great topic. And how, for a man, I'm sure all red pill men now going wild. But you don't have to be red pill to see this for what it is, right? You don't have to be at all. It's so nice to have you guys. Oh, thank you for another super chat. I appreciate it, Bill. Thanks. All of us pay the consequences for our choices. Well, I could not argue with that. We definitely do pay consequences for our choices, but it's nice to, I would always say, do not hate the player, understand the game. Do not hate anybody, just understand the game. Then you will be aware of the choices that you make. Yeah, you guys watching Hutch twins. Daniel says Hutch twins, but they are Hutch twins or conservative twins. Man, these guys, so I'm taking break from politics, so these guys and Officer Tatum also, they are my men into they are my window into the politics of now, because I'm taking a break. I'm embracing my feminine. I'm working on my feminine goals, and on some on a lot of other things on in my own environment. So I'm taking focus from the outer and focusing on the inner, but just wanting to know the main trends. So Hutch twins or conservative twins are my window to the world, and they make me laugh. I just laughing. I can laugh for hours. Not for hours maybe, but they just really make my day. So I'm glad you guys watching. Not all women have a plan, Bill. There are women that getting used by men, only very smart. You have to give some women props. These very masculine strategic women, I'm not saying that all strategic women are masculine. They know what they're doing. They're not just there to waste their time. But a lot of women do not have a plan, because they're not they may be lacking that masculine, and a lot of women do not have a plan, and they end up in a very bad positions, especially when they get older. So ladies, don't make anybody shame you that you have a plan. Just make sure that your plan won't kill somebody like poor Harry. I hope this man won't suicide one day. I'm just saying, because one day he will wake up and he will realize. I was talking with one of my best friends last night, and he just told me, he said, I know one day it's gonna hit him. What had he done? What had he done? The woman that loves you will never take you away from your family. She will do everything that you would be with your family, because your family is your power. It is your team. And especially, this is not just a family. This called legacy. So I talk about things that I want to talk, and I really do not like when somebody tells me what I need to talk about. Tea, anybody? I'm gonna say this again for those on the back. I love you guys, but we go with the conversation. This is not a structured live. I am not passing a test. So we're gonna talk about what we feel like talking. You feel some of that Meghan Markle vibe right now? You feel it? Yeah, thank you, Daniel. Um, yeah, unfortunately, a lot of women have a very bad plan. They were so talked to into chasing things. There were definitely a lot of ladies were um they were taught to be masculine. That is the thing, that most women are not necessarily born, in the masculine energy, so to speak. A lot of women were basically taught to become, they were programmed with all these ideas, and a lot of them had very bad plan. um yeah, you know and that's why women, if you wake up in the morning, you don't like your situation, do not worry about listening to people who tell you what you cannot do. Make a plan and make it happen. Make sure that you have your security, your protection in whichever way it's coming, because the last thing you want is to waste your youth, your active years, your young years, your more mature years, and be left with nothing in the end. So see what you got, what you currently, not what you used to have, not how you used to look. See what you got and do the most with it for yourself. Do not go to channels that will degrade you and tell you that, oh, nobody wants you, nobody needs you, kind of thing. But instead, um create the life you want, make it happen. Make it happen. Daniel, this is really interesting. I'm also fascinated in some ways by women with this, dark feminine or dark intentions. It doesn't mean that I would take their strategies whatsoever, but it's just very interesting sometimes. It's interesting to um it's interesting to learn, or at least understand something that you otherwise would not. And sometimes there is just a little bit um that, it's like medicine and poison. Sometimes there is a little bit of a medicine in the poison if you take a little of it, because women who do not have a plan, women that basically just being used, they are kind and they are serving men and they're doing things, and they are always serving, and they are just too nice. Guys, let's just be honest. When the ladies are too nice, they usually end very, very badly, unless they so happens that they have met a very, very kind man, which is unusual, because usually in out of two, there is one who is nice and one who is not very nice. So you have to be able to protect yourself, and you need to know how to not be a fool. So yeah, it's fascinating. It can be fascinating. Thank you for, did I just have another, did I miss another super chat? The green ones, they disappeared so quick. Let's see. Wait. Thank you for another super chat. Um I'm too busy to try and navigate my personal business to worry about other folks' business. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But sometimes things come to your attention and you can help but learn something or observe something. Yeah. Oh my God, we have such high winds, guys. So this show may be ended abruptly. And plus, I don't want to make it too long, but let's maybe to talk a little bit more about masculine. Um, it's really sad because a lot of women could have been celebrated and cherished and loved, but they do not allow it. They do not make it happen. They just give in that um they just give in into that masculine world mentality that it's over. And now that it's over, that their feminine playfulness, everything that, oh, how can you be playful, you have to pay bills, this is over. No, it's not. It's never over. I don't care how old you are, it's never ever over, because that's the feeling that you create around you. That's the way people feel around you. You know how sometimes you can be around even an elderly person and they have this aura that is just so soothing and beautiful. A lot of women are missing out on being cherished and loved and adored because they do not let um that into their life. That should be whole another video, but um that's something that mothers should teach their daughters, but it's definitely not taught. If anything, currently mothers teach their daughters, oh, you need to be independent, don't rely on men, don't, you are strong, you don't need anybody. And there is truth in being self-efficient, being able to take care of yourself, being able to do what you need to do. But you can have it all. You can be amazing and be successful at what you do, and you can also have um, love, care, and support, so you truly enjoy what you do, and you have more fun with it. It's not like you forcing yourself, it's not like you have to do something, but it's more like you truly enjoying yourself, you truly doing the work that you love, and you doing your work more with the feminine energy versus the masculine. We were not built to work like men work. We do not look like men. We are not built. Our body is not built. Like, I'm between 5'3" and 5'4". How can I carry, some big stones? I mean, how can I do that? I can't even carry my luggage. When I do wear heels, but when I'm out, I'm still not very tall. So when I'm out, if I travel and I have my big because I need to bring my supplies when I travel. So I I have my luggage or baggage. I always have somebody, hey, may I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? Imagine if I would be walking with this attitude. You offended me. No, you're not offending me, because I was not meant to carry these things. And also, look, just a second, guys. I don't know what the hell is going on here. Just a second. Oh, okay, I found it. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to give you such close view, but um, we were not meant to do these things. Look at the women that look at factories. Look at the women that, looking that work on the sun all day. Look at the women that do hard jobs. I i feel bad that they have to do this. I feel bad that nobody told them to preserve them for something better. Even look at the women that work, high stress job. Look what it does to them. They either, if they work in physical jobs, they are completely, by the age of 30, they are completely ruined. um they don't even look like women anymore. And if they go high in a career, they becoming a man. They becoming like some of our political figures that you can even imagine what is that to be around them. They completely losing their feminine. So either they look their, they completely lose their, their appearance, their skin, um or they, or they becoming, they just, they, you don't even need to have an operation. You becoming like a man. Like, okay, I'm gonna say it, like, look at Hillary Clinton. I mean, who in the world would see her as a woman? We're not gonna be talking about politics. It has nothing to do with that. But the way she appears, I mean, what is there a man that would ever want to protect her or make sure she's comfortable or bring her flowers? Can you imagine giving flowers to somebody like that? Like, with that, with that extreme masculinity that is just over the top. But I feel worse because these are women in power. They're doing some things that are just despicable. I don't want to talk about it, but I feel horrible for women that probably did not have good mom and dad that let them do all this outside, physical labor work. We were not meant to be. You're not gonna see a woman with glowing skin, with, beautiful, beautiful, um with her eyes shining, with curiosity. You're not gonna see women that give love to her children, that either work very hard corporate job, or the woman that is doing hard labor outside. We were not meant to do it. If I would be working hard labor, if I would be doing all these things, I would, you know, I would look like Hillary Clinton. I'm just kidding. It would be, I mean, it would be terrible. I live, I see a lot of people, and um, I make my, I notice a lot of things. So we were not meant to be. Our skin is a lot more delicate. Our bones are not like yours. Our arms, I mean, what can you do with these arms? I mean, I mean, not arms, hands, but arms too. I mean, it's just, yeah, I mean, you can try, but why? Why would you do that? And why I'm asking this rhetorical question, I want to say a big thank you to Brianna B for the super chat. Thank you, Brianna B. Positive role models can influence your life positively. My mom has always been my role model. Well, good for you. Good for you. I'm glad you're not, somewhere in a coal production or something like that. And I'm not saying, I want to pay some respect to blue collar workers, to men who doing hard physical labor. Because of you, the world spins around. Because of you, we are sitting here having smart conversations, blah blah blah, talking, using the internet, using, having heating in the house, having the house in the first place because you had built it. So we appreciate your masculine. We realize that without you, we would be all worn out, and looking like death, looking like atomic war, and feeling like that too. So I think initially that was the idea, that men do the hard work, and we create the atmosphere. I have huge respect for men that, work in the sun, carry the heavy stones. I don't know how you do it. Like, seriously, that would be the first and the last day of my life. Um, Again, I had a couple years ago, this. Couple years ago, we were changing the roof. We got a new roof, and we had these guys that were working for the roofing company in Michigan. Sometimes it gets to 90 degrees, and these guys, I mean, they were younger guys, but it doesn't matter. They were so each pack of the roofing material was about 90 pounds. So they would pick up those 90 pounds packs and climb on the stairs on the roof, and in 90-degree heat they would put the roof in. And they would also have, they would work extremely hard. When I was looking at them, they even have energy to show off, and it was just so funny. I was just really enjoying that. I don't know how they do it. I mean, for us ladies, it would be, one day, and it's we are gone. It would be done. So, that comes naturally. They had the capacity to do it, even though it's extremely hard. So even if you have the body, even if you have the strength, the physical and mental strength to withstand all of that, it still take a toll on you, even if you are built to carry these heavy things. So how women supposed to do that and stay feminine and not age 20 years ahead, you know? Let me read some of your comments, guys. I miss hearing from you, so let me read. Thank you so much for commenting, everyone. And again, thank you guys for the super chats. Oh, I forgot my bubbles. I need to get some bubbles. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. I appreciate it, and it's kind of an interesting it's always an interesting discussion about these things, because what if one day somebody have this conversation and they decide to change their life, and they realize, what if the woman, a lady, wake up in the morning, she realized she doesn't really have to dominate and boss her husband around, and maybe he will bring you flowers one day. Maybe he will, give you the gentle kiss. Maybe he will buy her, the jewelry she always wanted, just because she makes him feel he feels like a man around her, and everybody wins. I want everybody to win. I had to overcome a lot of things to get to the point when beautiful things are unfolding in my life. I had to unlearn a lot of things. So sometimes the knowledge is just the knowledge, unless you don't embody it, you don't make it, you don't practice it every day. So that's just a little lyrical note, but I'm gonna read some of your comments. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you for joining. Oh, thank you for another super chat. I appreciate that. um as an entrepreneur, Veronica, how do you make the adjustments between your masculine and feminine roles on a daily basis? So when I'm working, like even with you guys, I'm more in my masculine energy, unless I start to smile or laugh, because I want to deliver something, but yet I'm trying to not abandon, being feminine as I'm talking, but sometimes it can get intense. So when I do in my business, when I need to dispatch some orders, so I'm talking to my suppliers, or I am listening to things, I'm creating something, of course I'm using a lot of masculine energy, because I have to get stuff done. But when I'm in my personal time, that is where I just switch the head, and I don't even drive often. I have somebody drive me sometimes. I have somebody court me, and I just enjoy. It's almost like it's you just put another hat, and I try not to talk about the work and achievements unless I can make it in a gentle way. I prefer when I'm off. This is why nobody can reach me when I'm off the live chats. When I'm off, I try to be completely off. And that is recharging the feminine. That really helps. I'm so passionate. I was so passionate about my business that sometimes I would be bringing wrong topics and wrong conversations, and I'm very passionate about politics, and that is very masculine. And I have to, I have to make sure when um to do everything to stay away from that topic if I want to have a romantic evening. I cannot talking about politics because that gives me in 1,000% masculine. So that's how I think there is. I think most Slavic women who are they want men to be the man. They want men to adore them. They don't want to boss him around. So you gently you have to switch the role. Sometimes you need to take a bubble bath to get in a different mode. Oh, thank you. Somebody says, keep shining your heartful soul to the others. Thank you. Yes, guys, do not make this mistake. Um, if if you like a lady, even if you are friends, still do not treat her like a body. Do not treat her like um one of your guy friends. If you like her, and even if if you have an interest in her and you're just friends, still do not treat her just like friend. Do not treat her just like friend, because you will definitely be friend forever. What do you mean, Kristen? How come you cannot be in your feminine? I don't believe you. I do not believe you, girl. Yes, sometimes it's hard. I totally agree. When you working in, especially when you have something serious, maybe you work on some legal things or you work on business, you gotta be somewhere. It is not easy. It is not easy to just boom and switch, but we can do it. We can and we should do it. It's possible. Just imagine that you're butter on a toast. Not the toast. It's possible. You can do it. Trust me, you can. Oh, thank you, Michael. Thanks for the time, Veronica. You have so many swords. Oops. Okay, it disappeared. You have so many swords. We as men need to hear. Keep doing that, and your heart will always be on your sleeve. The more good things I do for others, the more magic unfolds in my life. I can tell you that magic is real. The more things I do from my heart when I'm not forced to do them. So a lot of my entrepreneurship is very feminine also. I don't build houses. I don't carry heavy rocks. So a lot of my entrepreneurship, answering your question, comes from my heart. Yes, I get tired sometimes. Yes, sometimes I get exhausted. When I get exhausted, I take some time off because I notice if I don't, people who are near me, they suffer because I'm in a bad mood. So but the most important thing is that a lot of things that that I do, most things that I do, except for the paperwork, okay? Paperwork gets me every time. But things that I do from my heart, even though it's entrepreneurship is supposed to be more masculine, but in many ways feminine for me because I absolutely love what I do. So here is the secret for ladies. I'm not saying do not have ambition and do not create an amazing life and endeavors and entrepreneurial things, but if you can connect things that come from your heart, you can be so extremely successful without losing yourself, without losing who you are, and without becoming a masculine rock. Oh wow, this is dark. Some dark femininity. It's a little too dark than I want. I just want a little bit more natural color today. So let me read some. Yeah, everything that we experience happening for a reason. It's an enormous opportunity to learn. Yes, I cannot stand also Kristen when men trying to have the body talk. Yes, like call you names. Guys, never call women weird pet names also. Those names that are not, alluring, or it can be slightly sexy or alluring, but do not call them weird names like you would call the child, because it kills the sexuality. It kills it before you start. Okay? And it's so cringy too. It has to be somewhat it has to be somewhat um playful, alluring, sexy, but not something you would call a child or your body. Because if it's something that you will call your body, you will you just put a big stamp that she will never feel any sort of way about you. If you do that, you completely kill the chance that she will ever ever have any sexuality toward you. Any that you will ever experience her sexuality if you call her things that you call a child. It's cringy, and it's repelling. Oh my gosh, thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. Thank you for this beautiful red super chat. That is very, very generous. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, I appreciate the Terry. I just took my bubbles away. I just stuck my bubbles. I got to get the bubbles back to celebrate. To celebrate your generous donation. Thank you. I hope you heard my message. I don't know if you just joined, but we're just talking about, as usually, you know, masculine versus feminine. This is not the only things that we can talk about, but you guys know I have 900, maybe 1,000 videos by now, so you can watch those. But thank you so much. Your generosity never stops to amaze me. Thank you for all the support and all the beautiful things you do for our community. You inspire not just me by doing this, but you inspire everybody who's watching it. You inspire the ladies. They know that there are generous men and supporters. And you also, I think, show and set example for the men to realize and to see masculinity in action. So thank you so much, Terry. You always make me red. You always make me blush. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I truly appreciate everything positive that comes towards this channel. Even if you share, I'm thinking I probably should record, make some short pre-recorded videos, but it's becoming so hard because it is so wonderful. I feel you on the other side. Can you imagine that? I'm starting to get the feel of this, and for for me sometimes to just record the video is not the same as being on the live. But I think for the new people, maybe we should have some shorter versions as well. But I appreciate you, everybody who joins the chats, and it's just so wonderful to have you all. um could somebody from my moderators, I have one, two, three today, could somebody drop some links, some of my email link, my Patreon, and what else, my Cash App. Guys, thank you for the Cash App requests. I got some topic requests, so I'm gonna put them on my list. And also, if you wrote a comment today, don't think that I do not care about your thoughts or what you think. So once the video is uploaded, it would be tomorrow, I can see everybody's comments, and if there was a question that is important or a request, I will follow up with that once, because I cannot see the early chats right now. So I'll check out. I will make sure to look that up. Oh, thank you, Brianna. Brianna says, Veronica, I think your hair is perfect in style for you. It gives you energy in looks. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment, Brianna. Mm. You need to be very careful with nicknames. You need to make sure that it does not make you cringe. You need to make sure that it's not cringy. You can ask her, because some names, some nicknames, she'll never want um you're not gonna get anywhere with some names, with some cringy names that you can call a child or a body of yours. Okay, sorry guys, I have this pillow and I keep sliding from this pillow. I don't know why. Well, probably because this is leather. Yeah, you need to make sure that however you call her, that makes you feel good. You need to make sure that whatever you call her, it makes you feel good. You can ask her. I'm gonna go into black and white. Ooh, look at that. Am I the only person obsessed about black and white? Yeah, I need to make a video, unlock your heart. I put this log, I just said I like the different subliminal messages you can read from a log. But this particular log, because we're talking today about the masculine women and how unfortunately they do not get uh a lot of masculine women, actually very good women, but they do not get appreciated because they lack their feminine. So they becoming a man that is, as a man, you do not go and praise and appreciate other men, right? So when women lack their feminine, it's never good. Let's just put it this way: it's never good. It's never great. Yeah, sometimes you need to push through. Sometimes you need to go through obstacles. Sometimes you have things going on, but um, we always have our feminine. Yeah. I was wearing this necklace today, and I was somewhere out, and somebody was, talking to me and giving me some compliments, and I said, well, And he said, well, I'll be looking for the keys. And I told him, yeah, when you find the keys the keys for this lock, let me know. And we were just we were just laughing. It was so fun to um it was just so fun to joke around it, because everybody see subliminal messages in their own with their own perception in their own way, and everybody put their own sense. Whatever people see, they put their own perception, always, always. Yeah, so I wished somebody like to unlock to un no to unlock the lock. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me read some of your comments before we wish you all a good night. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Time in a good company, time flies so fast. In a good company, you don't notice how fast the time flies. Subjectivity, yes, but also it's perspective. When we see other people, a lot of it we see in them ourselves. And the more of ourselves we see, the more we resonate with the other person. I see you guys have conversation in between you, so I'm gonna let you have it. Gives me a Soviet look. Well, thanks, Brianna. I'll take it as a compliment. Yeah, because there was many black and white. No, to me, black and white is just classic. Okay, let me see some serious comments over here. All right, guys, I'm going to post. Bill, could you post some of my information, please? Thank you, Michael. He already left, but he says was a great subject tonight, Veronica. It is refreshing to always know you are yourself. That means more than you may know. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, I realize that when you are not yourself, when you play role, when you have to hurt yourself in order to achieve your goals, especially for us women, um it's kind of the goal and the result. I mean, it just will defeat the purpose. If as a woman you doing the work that kills you every day, it's not going to end well. I'm not saying that men should do the work that kills them every day, but I'm just saying women were meant to be a lot more tender and gentle. And when you do things you hate, when you suffer and do too much every day, as a woman you do not you get burned out, and it defeats the purpose, because you cannot give love and nurturing to your children and your family. I wouldn't tell honestly, I'm in many ways I used to suffer, not suffer, but have an issue with my energy management, because I love what I do. I love all of my entrepreneurial endeavors, and I love them so much that sometimes I would uh really not get, it still happens sometimes but not as often. I would just really not get enough of sleep and just try to be everything to everybody. But then I realized you are not, because you cannot give from empty glass. And you see there is a difference between a workaholic and the woman that is working in her passion. I'm not saying that women are weak. I'm not saying that women cannot make magic and create incredible things. But when women working in their passion, they're not really working. Like when people ask me about my work, I really don't know what to say because I mean, I don't have work. I love what I do. So I don't call it work. It's like, work, I imagine, having somebody to put me down. Okay, tonight you must go live. It cannot be under 2 hours. People need that right now. And if you're not showing up live, we're gonna punish you. It's like when somebody tells me this, if somebody um I don't consider that work. And some of you guys, oh, I need to post my Etsy shop because I have more ladies now. You guys, some of you know I have like a retro glamour vintage store on Etsy. I don't really advertise it here because I don't need to. But the reason I'm bringing this up is that I'm having so much fun playing with it and, trying different images, different unique things, and different glamorous feminine things. I'm playing. Yes, I'm making money while playing, but I'm playing. I'm not working. And it's funny when people ask me, so when you get off, like when do you get off? Never, because I like what I'm doing and I don't get off. It's like never ending process. I get off if I'm invited to go out to some place nice with somebody nice, I'll get off. you know but I do not get off. You know what I mean? It's like it's just a fun process, and I just want to guys, you to understand that when you can provide, and do the heavy lifting, you can let your lady thrive and find what she loves to do. And generally, if she gets to do what she loves, she will bring a lot of passion and satisfaction and happiness toward you, because she doesn't have to do it, but she can do it and she is enjoying it, and she knows she is a positive influence, you know um so you give you the freedom of self-expression. A lot of women are hard workers, but they using the wrong part of themselves to do the work. They could create a lot more in much shorter times with a lot more joy, if they would be doing the things that really resonates with them. So I'm just saying. You want some first? Yes. I don't know. Okay, I don't think. Does anybody have my Etsy link? I don't think you guys have my Etsy link. So if you guys want to see it, I will post it under the video in a comment. I'll keep forgetting because I used to have only men watching my channel, but I have some of you guys bought first from me for your ladies. So thank you for that. So I have quite a few of my subscribers getting some furry gifts for the ladies from my shop. So it is amazing. No matter what it is amazing to do what you love. It's really satisfying. It's a good kind of tired. So let me read for a few things. Oh, thank you, Derek Hubbard. He says, you bring the true class and great wisdom always, Veronica. Thank you. You are truly the loving picture of positive inspiration. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. Brianna B. Brianna B just sold me in my first. But that's fine. Yes, I will post it, guys. It's not a big deal. Kristen, you're so funny. I'll make sure I need to put all of my good links together so you guys can see how you can connect with me, and other things. I so I have some ideas on how we can have more fun also, with as we need to gain some more ladies here, so I have an idea of what we could do, but I'm gonna let it develop naturally. Kristen says I just want to be in style. No problem, we can definitely help with that. Sometimes it's nice to change something and to have more fun, because sometimes we get stagnant in um it's just fun to try different things. So let's get some ladies so we can do, ladies club. We can do something like, ladies only, PJs club, and then I have my Zoom meetings with the guys, which we haven't had for a while, but I think it's about time that we have one. And we have a mix. We can have a mixed party as well. But with ladies, I can share things that I'm not gonna share with you, my dear friends, because I know secrets and you don't, and you're not supposed to know it. Okay? I'm just saying. Woman that does not have secrets, not negative secrets, guys, not anything dirty or bad, but the woman that does not have your little, your little ways, and it's all fun and creative, and it's mostly harmless and innocent. But every woman should have, her feminine secrets, otherwise it's not fun and boring. So yes, let's get some more ladies so we can do it. And with the guys, I know you guys been waiting for a Zoom for a long time, so I'm gonna tell you when. Zoom is only for my Patreon members, so make sure you're a member, because um I okay, it's March. Okay, just a second, guys. So yeah, we can have at least one Zoom call this month. The woman magic, yes, Sean. The woman magic, it's really, really fun to share woman magic, but you can't be there. Otherwise, it won't be magic anymore. It won't be magic anymore. It's like, you're looking at this beautiful performance and it's so magical. You don't want to know how the magic was made, because it's not, it will ruin everything. So, oh, women mystic, yes. All right, let me read some more comments before we head out. I'm glad we're gonna finish right at about 10 o'clock so everybody can get their beauty sleep. Thank you, Greg. Greg says beautiful. I think it's about black and white. Thank you. Thank you for posting the links. I appreciate that. So basically, if we need to put all of the links together and add my Etsy link in there too. Well, my channel, guys, can help you unlock the women's heart. Okay? Can you unlock this lock? My channel can help you unlock the heart of the woman that you are in love with, if you listen carefully. The idea of my channel was, I know how challenging it is for men to understand ladies, and to connect with them. So there is always, there are always those deep things that are not on the surface that you can learn from my channel. And who was this? I have about 1,000 videos how to unlock the woman's heart. So to answer how to unlock the woman's heart, it's a long journey of discoveries. So about StreamYard, okay. So about StreamYard, I do want to start doing it, but I'm not sure that there is one because I'm streaming right now from the iPad. I do not want to stream from my phone because I get phone calls and messages all the time on my phone. Oh, it looks nice in black and white. Look at that. So I get messages and phone calls, and then guys, if you are a client of mine or a friend and you have my personal number, don't ever call me without texting, please, because you know that I live stream. So when I get phone calls, it stops. So I would love to start using this StreamYard if I can find StreamYard that works for iPad. I have an iPad that I'm using right now, the iPad Pro, and I need to make sure that StreamYard works with it because I would love to use it. I was making research on different software, and it seemed to be really easy for the phone. But once again, what do you do when people call you or text you when you're alive? So that's my problem. And the thing is, a lot of my friends do not really know about my channel, or so they just call. They don't know that they're gonna stop the show. So, but I will make some more research on that, and I'm sure. I mean, they probably have something for the iPad as well. So, Kizzy, that's your homework. You gotta post a link with the right software. So, my dear friends, I hope that you enjoyed this unexpected, or maybe somewhat expected actually, live stream. I hope that you enjoyed it, and we just talked about a little bit about everything today. And um, sometimes the most deserving women, the most hardworking women, get overlooked and don't get to be celebrated. Sometimes women who could be a lot happier if they would just change their attitude and their disposition toward others, especially towards their men. They could be treated so much better. They just need to fix their attitude. Um, Sometimes you may be the influence and you can help the woman to relax. Sometimes um, women forget that their relaxation and their good mood and their happiness and their laughter is the way of gratitude to you. They think that the only way they can show gratitude is to serve you and work harder and harder. So as a man, you can show more and more. You can gently show her the way to relax, the way to she can take her guards down, and um, you just need to give her the message that she doesn't need to be running around and trying to please everybody and trying to worry about what everybody else is doing, but that you got it and she can relax. So I'm sharing this with you because a lot of women do not know that they can relax. They think that they can only serve and bring, and they feel that this is how they will earn your love, when they do it, they deny the feminine and they become in the masculine, because men, in many ways, you do earn our love and respect by your effort, by the way you treat us, by the things you're doing for us. But as women, we bring love into this world, and we love comes to us effortlessly. We don't necessarily need to work hard to deserve it. We need to learn how to relax to let it happen. So, with that being said, my dear friends, I want to wish you a wonderful night and some good, wonderful beauty restoration and relaxation sleep. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for contributing your thoughts. Thank you for the super chats, for the thumbs up, for shares. I will see you very soon and we will have fun as always.